part B, we're trying to figure out what's the distance if the x-coordinate is 0. So it really helps to understand what this actually means. This says that the distance between any point xy on this curve and the point 0, -1 can be expressed as a function of x. So because if you know the x value, you could know the distance between the 2 points. So the question part B is asking what's the distance if the x value is 0, and that's the square root of 49. So put 0 in place of x, you get 49, and then square root of 49 is 7. And if we look at the, if we actually look at the picture here, let's zoom in, and if you look at the picture, if x is 0, you could have actually done this without having to go through all of this. You could have answered part B anyway. If x is 0, we know that the y-coordinate is -8. So in other words, part B is asking us to find the distance between the point 0, -8 and the point 0, -1. Well, it's vertical, so between -1 and -8 is 7. So that's what that means. So at least our formula worked when x is equal to 0, so we can be sure, we can be relatively sure that our formula is accurate. And anyway, in part C, we're being asked, well, what's the distance if the x-coordinate is -1? Well, if the x-coordinate is -1, as you can see, we replace x with -1, and then when you do that, you get 1 minus 13 is -12 plus 49 is 37 under the radical. So the distance, if x is -1, is radical 37. So going back to the diagram, when x is -1, you have a point somewhere over here, and then you're finding the distance right there would be radical 37. So in theory, that's what that all means. No matter where you are, if you know the x, plug the x into this formula and you can find the distance. We'll do parts D and E in the next video.